Hi, this is Katelyn Liu, and I'm going to be going over lesson 37, the 4th grade worksheets. So the first one that you should have gotten says length, definitions, and examples. And so what we're going to be going over this week mainly is about measures of length. So an inch, this is the first one. We're given these ones right here. An inch is about the length of your thumb, from the first knuckle to the tip. So it says an inch is suitable for smaller objects. Now a foot is about the length of a sheet of paper. So a person's height or the length of a room is measured in feet because inches are too small. So I guess you could say like medium-sized objects. And C says a yard is about the length of a baseball bat. So it's probably like an arm's length or a wingspan, I guess. So length of a football field is measured in yards. And D says a mile is about the distance you can walk in 20 minutes. The distance a person travels in a car is measured in miles because cars can go really fast. So that makes sense. So these are in the order from smallest to greatest, an inch being the smallest and a mile being the largest. Now the second worksheet is telling you to apply what you know and to choose the appropriate unit. In the four that we just learned, inch, feet, yard, or mile. So it says the width of a book is about 8, and we need to apply the unit. Now if you think of a book, it's not that big, so obviously no mile, no yard. Feet maybe, but if you think about it, a book would probably be best measured with smaller units. So let's try the smallest one, inches. Number 2, the length of a car is about, well, it's not too big. It's not like a mile or maybe not even a yard. An inch would be too small, so I think feet would be the right answer. So number 3 says yesterday Jordan ran 3. So usually when you run long distances. So I think this one would be miles. 4 says the length of a license plate is about one something. Think about a license plate, and I think you will agree when I say feet. Or actually, since it's 1, that means it's 1 foot. Feet is for plural. So the width of my thumb is about 1, like the example earlier. We know that it's the smallest unit. And last one, the length of 15 football fields is about 1. Well, football fields are really big, and they want you to see like the length of them. So all of those combined is really big. So I think miles is appropriate. Or actually it says 1, so the last one is just singular. Now, name the greater measurement, 2 yards or miles. So we know that it goes in this order: inches, feet, yards, miles, and I think I'm missing one. No, that's about right. Am I missing one? No, I'm not. Okay. So the first one we're looking at is 2 yards or 2 miles, where we already know that miles are greater than yards. So 16 feet or 16 inches. 16 feet. If you have trouble, you just write this out, and you can see like this is smallest and this is largest. 32 inches or yards, and 24 inches or 24 miles. 3 feet or 3 yards. Okay, and I'll leave the rest for you to do on your own. And this is just the opposite, so whichever one is more to the left, that would be the lesser one. choose the most reasonable unit of measure, write inches, feet, yard, or mile. So the distance from New York to Los Angeles is, well, the distance from New York to Los Angeles is really, 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 really long. So I think miles would be appropriate. Number 14, the length of a playground is, well, I've never seen a playground that is huge, so I think this would suit it, so yards. The length of a goldfish is about, well, goldfish are pretty small, so I think inches would work. And I will leave the rest to you. So this is kind of like cut off, but this part is like the beginning of a table. It says on the left is the type of car, and on the right it talks about the length in inches of the car. So just to see it, and this is length in inches. So it says compare the lengths of the cars, write the types of cars in order from shortest to longest. So we just have to order these numbers and correspond them to these, their types. So the shortest I see is the coupe with 175. And then after 175, 198 is the station wagon. And then 206 is the SUV. And lastly, the sedan is the longest at 215. So how many inches longer is the longest car compared to the shortest car? What is the median car length? So there's two questions that are being asked here. The first one is this one, and we know that the largest one is the sedan, and the sedan is 215. We minus it from the smallest, which is the coupe, 175, and we get 40 inches. And the median car length would be, well, we have 175, 198, 206, and 215. So it would be between 198 and 206. If we add those together, 404, and divided by 2 to find the in-between, the median would be 202 inches. So this is the last question I'll do. It says number 3 says the garage in Jim's house is 220 inches long. If Jim buys a sedan, will his car fit in his garage? So a sedan, we know, is 215, and this one is 228, which is longer, which means his car will fit in. Yes, his car will fit in. Because his garage is bigger than his car, or longer. Either way, this is interchangeable. Anyways, I believe you have one more page here, just one question that you can answer really quickly, and that is all for today.